What's up, y'all? It's Amber, and welcome back to another episode of Success Beyond Depressed. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love and support. If you are new, what's good? What's up? Let's get into it. This week, we are talking about how my anxiety manifests when my mind is going so fast that my mouth can't keep up. So, what I have discovered is the older I get, sometimes if I'm in an anxious state, my mind is literally going like 1,005 miles per minute, whereas my mouth is only going like 5 miles a minute. So a lot of times you will probably hear and or see me start to stutter. And I do a lot of regrouping or thinking before I speak because I realize that the two are not in sync. And so sometimes if you listen to the podcast that my sister and I do, which shameless plug, if you don't already, listen to our podcast. It's also called Success Beyond Depressed. We like to coin ourselves as your mentors in depression and anxiety via education expert. I can't even talk. Education and experience. And so my sister is a mental health counselor, for those of you that don't know, and I am just someone who is in the medical field, but also deals with anxiety and or depression on a daily basis. Anyway, that was a shameless plug to tell y'all to go listen and check out our podcast. You see how that happened? Go check. That's the reality that I live in, and I'm so embarrassed by it most times. So I try to correct it, especially if it's something where I'm filming something like this video. I am not correcting any of that this time because this is what I want you guys to see. I want you to see the reality of how my anxiety manifests sometimes. And it's a reminder for me. It's a humbling experience because nobody wants to stutter. But I have to realize that this is part of who I am. And it doesn't make me any less a person. So this is a gentle reminder for you that if this or something else is your struggle, accept it, believe in who you are and whose you are, and just move on. And if people ask about it, just take that time to educate them. So yeah, and I still didn't even get to the shameless plug part, y'all. See, my mind goes everywhere. Anyway, the continued shameless plug is we are available on any streaming platform that is available where you can stream podcasts. We are available on those. And again, the podcast is called Success Beyond Depressed. So this week I was talking to my staff, and there is a lot of changes coming up within our office very soon, within the next like 2 weeks or so, maybe 3, depending on when this goes up. But in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be having a lot of changes with our software equipment in our office, transition between people's workflow and their job titles and descriptions and things of that nature. And as I'm preparing for that time, I'm finding myself becoming a lot more visibly anxious at work, whereas my stuttering kind of starts. We do what's called a weekly huddle or clinic minute every week, and I talk to them about kind of what to expect within the next coming week, kind of how we did that week versus what we can do better on, and just things to address as a collective unit. And again, my impending anxiety kind of got the best of me in that regard, because my mind was going 1,005 miles a minute, whereas my mouth was only going 5 miles. And mind you, when I'm doing the clinic minute and when I am constructing this type of meeting, if you will, the attention is on me. So I've never been a attention on me type of person. I'd rather kind of work in the backgrounds and help things come to fruition rather than being the center of attention. But I can hold my weight when I need to, period, poo. You know, you got to be able to do both. Get you a girl that can do both, period. No, I'm just playing. But no, seriously, like I can do both if I need to. I don't prefer one over the other. Or no, let me rephrase that. I don't prefer spotlight, you know. I prefer the back scene. But I felt myself kind of stuttering. And I was a little embarrassed. Usually when I say take two, that's literally my audible reminder to myself. Amber, slow down. Slow down. It's okay to slow down. And just that soft reminder to myself, it means so much in so many different areas of my life. Slow down. The race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but to the one that endures to the end. And so I have to remind myself that it's consistency and discipline that we're looking for, not necessarily how fast you can do and or say something. So that was what I experienced this week, or how my anxiety manifested this week, because your girl is just like thinking about all these other kind of things, trying to do and execute these certain tasks over here while trying to plan and think ahead, you know, so that I'm not even more anxious in that time, you know, that hasn't even come yet. So this is just a reminder to myself, number one, to slow down, take your time, think before you speak and or act. And this is also a gentle reminder to you, the audience, to just give yourself grace. I know I say that all the time, y'all, but like I literally try to live by that. Give yourself grace, because without it, you're not going to be able to function optimally. And yeah, like that's what this week has consisted of. I'm trying to think if there were any moments this week where I felt like depressed. I feel more anxious on a daily basis than I do depressed, and my sister feels more depressed on a daily basis than she does anxious. And that's not me telling her business, because again, if you listen to our podcast, we shared that very candidly. So that's not anything new to the Success Beyond Depressed audience. So definitely make sure you're checking us out on there, and I'll try to get my sister to show her face on here and maybe do like a weekly recap with me regarding her anxiety and or her depression. Yeah. That's it, y'all. Like, super quick to the point, and that's what I reminded myself of this week was slow down, give yourself grace, and it's okay to sometimes be embarrassed. It keeps you humble. Like, it literally keeps you humble. So thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you guys enjoyed. We're educated and we're inspired by the video for today. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know how anxiety manifests in you down in the comments. We'll talk later. Bye. I'm depressed. Thank you so much. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. What's up, y'all? Oh, nope. Clothes falling off.